Discover the game-changing technology that could revolutionize the energy industry. Introducing the cheap and clean liquid battery, a powerful innovation with the potential to transform our world. Join us as we uncover the shocking story behind its rise and the unexpected twist that led to its manufacturing being outsourced. Don't miss out on this captivating tale of lost opportunities and a race against time. Stay tuned for an eye-opening journey into the future of energy. 10 years ago, a group of engineers and scientists realized they were onto something significant when they assembled in a warehouse in Mukilteo, Washington. They gathered tables and chairs from various places, made room for experiments in the parking lot, and then set to work. They were constructing a vanadium redox flow battery in accordance with a blueprint made by 24 American experts working in a government lab. The batteries could be used for decades, were about the size of a refrigerator, and contained enough energy to run a house. The engineers saw people setting them down next to their air conditioners, mounting solar panels on them, and leading happy, independent lives. Chris Howard, an engineer there for a U.S. company named UniEnergy, said of it, "It was beyond promise. We were observing it operating as intended and anticipated. However, the reality was different. The warehouse is now closed and abandoned, instead of the batteries being the next great American success story. There was no longer any staff there. A Chinese company is hard at work manufacturing the batteries in Dalian, China, which is more than 5,200 miles distant. This technology wasn't taken from the Chinese corporation. They received it as a gift from the U.S. Department of Energy, both in 2021 as part of a license transfer and initially in 2017 as part of a sublicense. According to a joint investigation by NPR and the Northwest News Network, the federal agency violated its own licensing guidelines by allowing the technology and employment to be outsourced while failing to step in on many occasions to protect American workers. Now China has advanced, pouring millions of dollars into the cutting-edge green technology that was meant to keep the United States and its economy in the lead. According to this statement, the department is currently undertaking an internal investigation of the licensing of vanadium battery technology to see whether this license and others may have contravened U.S. manufacturing regulations. Several American businesses, including Forever Energy of Bellevue, Washington, have been vying for the Department of Energy's approval to manufacture the battery. The chief financial officer of Forever Energy, Joanne Skavaski, has been attempting to obtain a license for more than a year and referred to the department's decision to permit overseas manufacture as mind-boggling. The concept for this vanadium redox battery first emerged in the basement of Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, a government laboratory 3 hours southeast of Seattle. In 2006, more than 24 scientists started to have doubts about the ability of a unique combination of acid and electrolyte to store unusually high amounts of energy without deteriorating. They were proven to be accurate. The scientists took 6 years and more than 15 million taxpayer dollars to develop what they thought was the ideal vanadium battery formula. Similar batteries had previously been created using vanadium, but this combination was twice as strong and didn't seem to decay as automobile or even cell phone batteries do. The batteries were discovered by the researchers to be capable of charging and refilling for up to 30 years. Yang gave the battery license to a Dutch-based European corporation in 2021. According to Roelof Plattenkamp, the company's founding partner, Vanadis Power, initially intended to keep producing the batteries in China before opening a factory there, and ultimately hoping to produce in the United States. According to Plattenkamp, the European Union has severe regulations on where businesses may manufacture their goods. Therefore, Vanadis Power has to produce batteries there. In an interview with NPR, Plattenkamp stated, "I have to be a European company, obviously a non-Chinese company, in Europe." In response, the government manager said he needed confirmation before transferring the license and sent an email to a second UniEnergy employee. After waiting an hour and a half for the second employee, Vanadis Power received the license. It is unknown whether the manager or anyone else at the lab or Department of Energy thought to inquire whether Vanadis Power was an American company, or whether it intended to manufacture in the U.S. during that hour and a half or after. According to Vanadis's own website, the batteries would be produced in China. Department representatives responded by saying they check each transfer for compliance and that new regulations put in place last summer by the Biden administration will plug gaps and keep more manufacturing in the country. "That's hogwash," she said. "We're prepared to use this technology." She claims that despite this, it will be challenging for any American corporation to catch up at this stage. According to industry trade publications, Dalian Ronca Power Company Limited is now the world's leading producer of vanadium redox flow batteries. Skivasky is also concerned about the possibility that China would stop producing batteries once an American company is given the go-ahead to do so. That might be improbable. According to Chinese news sources, one of the biggest battery farms the world has ever seen is set to go online. According to the studies, vanadium redox flow batteries make up the entire farm. In the race for energy dominance, the story of the cheap and clean liquid battery serves as a cautionary tale. As China takes the lead in manufacturing this groundbreaking technology, it's a wake-up call for the United States to reclaim its position as an innovator. Will American companies be able to catch up and bring the manufacturing of these batteries back home? Stay informed and be part of the conversation shaping our energy future. Subscribe now to stay updated on the latest developments and join the quest for a sustainable tomorrow.